Brand new banging I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is here. Higgity, have no fear. I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast coming live and direct from Los Angeles, California. The young shooter is back with me. We are breaking down holiday travel. We are breaking down his eating habits, and we are breaking down plus Disco Dave is doing fine with the COVID-19. All that and more on a fully disruptive museum quality I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast coming up right now. Miles, Jordan, a.k.a. the Bleach Brothers, a.k.a. the Dust Brothers. Start this puppy off with something real nice. Start this puppy off with something real loud. But most importantly, start this puppy off with something real funky. It's the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Let's fucking go. Yes! Boom. Brand new banging I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is here. Higgity, have no fear. The I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is in su casa. That's Spanish for my Latin American friends. Name is Michael Rapaport, a.k.a. the Sultan of Sniff, a.k.a. the Gringo Mandingo, a.k.a. the Inflamed Ashkenazi, a.k.a. the Gringo Mandingo. Did I say Gringo Mandingo?
You said it.
Okay. A.k.a. the Jewish Jake LaMotta, a.k.a. the Raging Bullshitter. You are now in the zone of disruption. Welcome to the Iron Diggity Dome of Disruption.
Dome.
I said dome.
You said the Iron Dome.
I said Iron Dome of Disruption.
Are there any more AKs you'd like to do? Would you like to do like 10 or 20 more while we're at it? Or
Yo, I said Iron Dome.
You said the Iron Dome of podcasting. I'm here to correct you, saying it's the Iron Dome. But it's your show. It's whatever you want to, however you want to pronounce it. I'm not going to interrupt you again by that. But I just want to say, I feel like I'm in the presence of a fashion icon being next to you. Because you always, every time I see you go, you see it. You see the shoes. You see the cashmere. It's like,
you see it. You see the breads, the off-white breads. Don't worry about it.
You see the Converse, right?
I see the Converse. You looking good.
Thank you, man. I got the suck of shit shirt on. I'm a lot. Actually, these are being shipped out as we speak. I think to a lot of people.
All the T-shirts are being shipped out. Do not worry. But before we get into any outfits or anything like that, I think because you can look at this podcast, you could watch this podcast on the Michael Rapaport YouTube page, okay? And I think you want to acknowledge the fans because you don't want to disappoint them. You don't want to disappoint the fans. And the last time you were on the podcast, you said what? And because if you're just listening right now, acknowledge what you're wearing.
Well, I am wearing a
or acknowledge what you're not
wearing.
Now, why don't you acknowledge what you're not wearing?
What I'm not wearing is the butler uniform that I think I discussed the last time I was on the podcast.
You discussed it.
I discussed wearing a butler uniform. It was a bow tie, a vest, a button-up white dress T-shirt that was tucked in. I looked great. You said if you had gotten 25 DMs.
We got way more than 25. We had gotten up to 100-something DMs of people saying, we need him in that butler uniform.
A promise is a promise. I just wanted to let you know the reason that I'm not wearing the butler uniform right now is because it's actually at the cleaners. As we speak, it's being dry cleaned because I didn't want to show up in a wrinkled shirt. I didn't want to show up with a wrinkled bow tie. I wanted to really give the people what they expect.
You wanted to feel like a butler's uniform is a clean butler's uniform.
Absolutely. You don't want it. It's got to be ironed. So it's there, but I promise
this week.
100%.
Because we're recording another
tomorrow.
podcast this week, and when you're picking it up?
I'm picking up the butler outfit tomorrow.
Okay.
So it's gonna.
You don't want to fuck the fans.
No, I'm not gonna show up.
If the fans want to fuck each other, I always say if the fans, you want to fuck each other, that's on you. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to know nothing about none of it. You want to fuck each other? Cool, but I ain't here to fuck the fans literally, boom, or figuratively.
What
boom.
about
Go on, spit it out.
Not that I want to, but what if I literally fuck the fans? Is that against the podcast rules? Not that I'm like, oh, look at me, I'm fucking the fans, but like, I would love to join in on some fan fucking. I don't think that's a...
You're single and ready to mingle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All my friends are getting married, and I'm like,
You're
single,
out
ready
in
to
these
mingle,
streets.
man. I'm out in
You
the streets.
can literally...
I keep it safe.
Literally fuck the fans, but not figuratively.
I would never figuratively fuck the
when
fans.
you showed up today to record and you didn't have that butler's uniform on, I said, "What are you doing here?"
But I told you, I see. I've already prepared. I dropped it off. I was already ahead of the curve.
I will say that scheduling was an issue because I didn't really tell the shooter when I was coming into Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't clear on that. And just to segue, boom, flying, if you're flying during this holiday season, go to the airport an hour earlier than normal because I had a 8 a.m. flight the other day out of JFK. I got to the airport at 6:40, which is an hour and 20 minutes before my flight, which is normally no problem. We were in business class in the line, waiting. I kept taking down my mask. I was like, Higher Learning, True Romance.
That doesn't...
Any Friends fans.
Yeah.
When Prison Break, anything. Jay-Z video, anything. Skip and Shannon, Dick Stain, anything. Because I started saying, I said, the time is, we're getting to that. We're getting to that point. We're getting to that point where you missed the flight. So we finally got up there in priority seating in the lane to get to check our bags. And homie said, "Oh, you're not going to make your flight." And I said, "Homie, we're making that flight." And I said, "We're getting on this flight." I said, "I've been standing in this line for 45 minutes. We're getting on this flight because I got there. Finally got on the. We were there 7:30. The flight's at 8. So we're getting on this flight, my man."
Would you have made a scene if you
I
was like,
started
you're not...
contemplating all of that.
Because someone could have whipped the phone out and you would have been on the no-fly list.
I would have been that dude because I was like, I had been up all night. I drove in from Rhode Island. Shout out to all the people that came to the shows in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
I was exhausted. I had no sleep. I had bags. My wife had a big bag. The big boy, big bag. And I was like, we're getting on this plane.
Perfect opportunity to bust your phone out and just something's going to happen. You post these people on your Instagram. You would have been on your own Instagram. You've been like, look at this motherfucker. Oh, shit, that's me. I'm all of a sudden on the no-fly list.
I'm flipping out during holiday travel. He said, I'm going to get my supervisor.
Yeah.
I said,
it was like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me any of this.
He said, I'm going to get my supervisor. I said, go get him because we're getting on this flight. The supervisor, I whipped the mask down in. The supervisor definitely knew who I was.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like they Michael Rapaported me through because that don't get you through. It's not like it's Jennifer Lopez.
The star power didn't work.
No, but the woman said, you'll be fine.
Okay.
I said, appreciate it because we've been online for 45 minutes and it's supposed to be priority seating. We're supposed to be in business class. We spent the money for it. I said, we have Clear, too. There's no Clear here. I said, how is there no Clear? American Airlines, JFK. Like, what is this?
Yeah, that's weird. Clear's great.
Anyway, we got on. The bags made it. Because we at one point, we were like, we're getting on the flight, but then are the bags going to make it? The bags made it. They were first. See, if you're last to check your bags, you're first to get them off. But I am telling everybody, if you're flying during the pandemic, if you're flying during the holidays, go early because it's a zoo. And I wasn't even there during the thick of it. It was a zoo, and mask up, and double mask up because it's popping. Omnicron is. Didn't you just get a test?
I just got tested
for this. In all seriousness, my father, Disco Dave Rapaport, is doing great. He hasn't had any bad symptoms. I told you guys on the last podcast, my father has coronavirus. He doesn't know if he got the Omnicron, the Delta, the Mu. He does have coronavirus. I appreciate a lot of the people have DM'd. A lot of people have asked. My father is doing fine, knock on wood. The great Disco Dave from New York City, New York, will not be taken down, knock on wood, I'm knocking on wood, by the coronavirus. He's doing fine. And I said, if you didn't know you had coronavirus, how would you say you felt? He said, I would just feel like I have a cold.
That's exactly what my brother
My father's 88.
That's crazy. That's amazing.
I got to tell you, I think the biggest thing about is his weight. My father's thin. He's always been a good eater.
Skinnier than you.
You didn't have to say that.
But he's always been a good eater. You've never been a good eater, so.
What about you? You were talking to me earlier, but why don't you share with people your diet?
Well,
because you're making up diets for yourself, and you're like, yeah, I think this is good, and then you're like, you're starving yourself.
Well, it's not about starving myself, but it's just about eating less in general.
Right. That's a start. But why don't you talk about your process for the?
Well, the reason this came about was because
you're like, I'm eating a salad, then I don't eat for 24 hours.
Look, back in August, I think July or August, I weighed 121 pounds.
Now, I've never dated a woman
That's what I'm saying.
Excuse me. I've never dated a woman that only weighed 121 pounds.
That's what I'm saying.
Like a 13-year-old and a very small woman weighs 120 pounds.
It's not good. But look, like Mick Jagger was like a lean guy, right? Like it's kind of cool, I think.
How much does he weigh?
I don't know how much he weighs.
120 pounds is...
I agree. I needed to gain weight, was my point. I needed to gain weight. I really started gaining, but I was going to the gym, so I was like, oh, I'm eating a lot of protein.
You didn't gain muscle.
No, I did gain muscle.
No, you did not gain muscle.
Yes, I actually did.
I'm sorry, you didn't gain muscle. It's not like you were going to the gym 5 days a week.
I fucking was,
You were
man.
going heavy weights, less reps.
I actually was. I was doing HIIT classes, high interval.
But that's more to lose weight.
No, it was to gain muscle. Don't worry about what I was doing at the gym. And I was doing laps. I was swimming in the pool. I was doing a lot of shit.
Again, you don't gain weight from swimming 10 laps.
Okay, I understand that. But I was eating a lot of Chipotle. I was eating beef. I was I was adding a lot of protein to my diet. Fast forward to now, I'm 146. And for someone my age and my height, I'm 5'7" and a half, 5'8". Let's say I'm 5'8".
Let's say 5'8".
I am 5'8". I am 5'8". Let's say I'm 5'8".
How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
You said 5'7",
No, I
5'7"
was thinking
and a half.
about me 5 years ago. I've grown since then, but I am 5'8".
You grew after you were 25?
Oh, absolutely. That's a common
So
misconception.
how tall are you? 5'7"?
I'm 5'8".
You're 5'8".
But I was thinking about getting the lift kits in my shoes, so it'd make me about 5'10", because I was talking about Erica Jane on one of the podcasts, and I do want to tower over a woman that
Erica Jane is probably 5'10".
I just don't want to have to, like, put my arm around someone's waist. Like, come on, babe. Like, I don't want to be the short guy that's, like, with a tall girl, so... Anyway, but look, I started eating a little bit poorly, and so I really needed to get on a diet because it's not so much my belly, it's the face, it's filling out in the face, it's the double chin.
Neck. I'm with you. It's a fucking neck.
It's every
chin.
time I open up that fucking front-facing camera, I'm like, I hate this guy. I hate that guy. I don't look like that. Maybe it's the angle.
You got to go like this.
You know what's fucked about that, though? Is everyone says, oh, you got to go like this because you open it and it's like, oh, my God, look at my double chin. But then I go like this and it's still there. So I'm like, this can't be right. Maybe there's something wrong with the iPhone. There's something wrong with the angles. I think there's something wrong. I think they actually need an update with the iPhone because all angles.
With your selfie mode?
It's weird. All angles, like, have fat face. I don't know if you've been experiencing that.
I can't. Well, lately, because I've slimmed down. My wife sent me a picture of me from about a year and a half ago.
Yeah. Oh, you look fantastic.
I looked like I was like, yo, no one said anything to me. My wife was like, yo, you look like shit. And I was like, fuck you. How could you say that?
Yeah.
And then she sent me a picture now that I'm slimmed down a little bit.
You look great.
I'm in cashmere, by the way. Am I in a single right now? Let me get in this single here, Mike. I'm slimmed down. I'm in cashmere. This is sort of like a blue, dark midnight blue. Looking great. But my wife, two-shot, she showed me a picture of me from like a year and a half ago. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
you were eating good. I mean,
I was eating like
good.
I'm going to tell you something. That intermittent fasting is where it's at for me. Everybody's got to find,
man.
Well, you didn't tell everybody how much weight you were. How much you weigh
I'm
now.
146 now.
So you gained 25 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, I would say a little bit more than half of that was muscle for sure. Maybe not now. I'm starting to see there's a belly. I'm fine with the belly because the point is when I would take my shirt off when I was working out and I was slim and I thought I had muscle and it was cut a little bit, everyone wanted my shirt back on. No one wanted to see the fucking gains. And I'm fine with that. I'm translucent. I'm fine with it. I have come to accept that I'm not going to be Brad Pitt in Fight Club.
Never. Never going to be Thelma and Louise, Brad Pitt on that, like doing with Thelma.
I don't need you to say it. I'm
never going to be that guy. You're still with the Brad Pitt pipe dreams. And I'm telling you something. You tried to get the Brad Pitt haircut.
Yeah.
It ain't happening.
That's not true. I actually did get that haircut.
You got the haircut, but it's still no one said you look like Brad Pitt.
I think some people online were saying that I looked like Brad Pitt.
No one ever said that guy kind of looks like Brad Pitt.
Well, you know what? It's funny. No one said that I look like Brad Pitt, but I did take a taxi in Dubai once. This is a true story. I went to Dubai with a friend, and I was in the taxi, and I was in the back seat, and the taxi driver said, "Oh my God, are you that guy?" And I said, Who are you thinking about? And he said, "You're that actor." And I thought, who? And he said, "The guy from Titanic." And I'm thinking, what guy in Titanic? Who are you thinking of? He says, the guy from Titanic who drowns Titanic. I said, Leonardo DiCaprio? He said, yes. And he said, Leonardo DiCaprio.
You were with a heroin addict driving a cab.
He told me straight up, you kind of look like Leonardo DiCaprio if he had Down syndrome. I didn't say that. He said that to me. I was still kind of flattered by it because he said Leonardo DiCaprio. Not that there's a problem with Down syndrome. I'm not like making fun of that at all. But he literally said that to me in Dubai.
That's nothing to
Is
ever...
that a backhanded compliment or is that just
not
a straight compliment?
It's not a straight compliment.
I think it might be a straight compliment.
It's not a backhanded compliment to tell you that you look like Leonardo DiCaprio if he had Down syndrome.
Well, I just think that I didn't look exactly like Leonardo. There's only one Leonardo, and I was
you
fine
look like
with
Leonardo if
he had Down syndrome. That's fine by me. I'm fine
fucking
with that.
at least you're in the ball game.
At least I'm in the fucking
At least I'm
ball
on
game,
the
man.
court playing.
That's
I'm on the
what I'm
court with the guys.
Thank you, man.
Um,
I did starve myself, though. I'm not proud of that, but I was told that intermittent fasting, like you have lunch and then you don't eat until the next day. Until next day, lunch.
That's that Jimmy Kimmel shit. What you do is
Yeah.
what I've been doing, and I haven't been doing it that consistent the last week and a half. But what I do when I'm doing it well and what works for me is I don't have breakfast. I have lunch at 12.
Yes.
And then I maybe have a snack. But when I'm really doing it well, I have lunch at 12. I have healthy lunch at 12. And then I have a healthy dinner at 6. And then I'm done. And I don't get hungry. I don't get nothing. Obviously drink water and all that stuff. But
water is important because I heard that if you don't drink water, that's what's filling up your face. I'm trying to chug a lot of water. But you sound like you're just skipping breakfast. That doesn't sound like intermittent fasting.
But also, I'm not eating after 6.
You're not snacking. Oh, you're not snacking, and that's...
And I'm not eating after 6. And if you really want to do it right, eat healthy.
But right before this podcast, you got 3 scoops of ice cream at the
I just said I
store.
wasn't doing... Why are you going to put that on the podcast?
But I'm just
now
saying,
my wife's
like,
going to be
you're
like, what
talking
the
about...
fuck? You got the...
Well,
I got
talking
3
about eating,
scoops of
and I got one
non-dairy
scoop.
ice cream.
And I got one
You
scoop.
didn't get 1 scoop. You got more than 1 scoop.
Okay.
There was definitely more than 1 scoop. That was... How many scoops did you get?
I got 1, but you're saying non-dairy. We went to Salt and Straw, man.
You
That's
did
not
not
non-dairy.
get 1 scoop. You had some big-ass... Maybe you got 1 flavor.
I got 1 scoop.
Your thing was huge.
It was the waffle cone. Took up half
I told
the
the
fucking
girl
size.
who was making my ice cream, I said, yo, stuff it.
You actually said stuff it, and she said, okay, I'll stuff it. It was some weird sexual innuendos there.
I said,
didn't know
stuff
what
it
that
as
was.
good as you could stuff it. She said, I will. Like, she understood.
That made everybody uncomfortable.
Not her. She knew what it was. It was stuff it in there. Stuff it in there
Yeah.
real nice and real proper.
But you
Listen,
looked at me when you said that. It
When
was
I said
weird. You
stuff
said
it?
stuff it right in there, and you didn't even look at her. You were looking at me. It made me very uncomfortable.
Listen, I did have that ice cream. I'm here in L.A.
But it's not non-dairy, man. You just
It was
you
non-dairy.
literally just made that up. Salt and Straw is
It's
not
the
non-dairy.
Well, we tried to go to the dairy.
Look, it's fine. I'm saying I enjoy ice cream. I'm fine having a belly. It's just my face. But
You can't have
get
the
away from
belly
the
and the
mirror.
face.
I have mirrors in my fucking bathroom. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to look in the fucking mirror.
Yeah, I don't want to look in the mirror.
I'm just happy that it's jacket weather. You can, oh, he's bundled up.
You got your sucker shit shirt on,
Fucking
vintage,
sucker shit.
first generation sucker shit t-shirt.
Having the Butler outfit coming out a couple days, picking that up.
We're selling sucker shit t-shirts. I am Rapaport merch.com. I am Rapaport merch.com. The sucker shit t-shirts are on the way, and the Kurt Cobain t-shirts.
And don't fall for the fake shit out there because there's a
there's
lot of
fake-
fake shit out. People are like
Making
jacking the
sucker
fucking
shit, and they're
shirt.
like, yeah, Rapaport. No, I am Rapaport merch.com.
Yes.
Sucker shit. We're selling 2 shirts. Fake Kurt Cobain. I can't wait till people are sending us pictures of them in their fake Kurt Cobain t-shirt.
I just hope people get
Nothing
it for like
will
their
make me happy.
grandma like get a fake Kurt Cobain shirt for your grandma.
The holidays are here.
Absolutely. That
Your
would
girlfriend.
be so
Get your girlfriend. Maybe you and your girlfriend dress up in one. The whole family, like how like those people, like they show pictures of themselves with like they have their machine guns.
cool. I would love that.
Like
I
a
would
whole
love
family
that.
of fake Kurt Cobain t-shirts. You're a cool ass family.
holding the
Kids,
machine guns.
Not holding the machine guns in their Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, they're in the but it's like a family from Texas, and they're like they're pro gun activists,
And they're wearing the t-shirt.
and they're wearing it, but they're like taking a family photo
I
with
see.
the machine guns. That'd be cool.
Speaking of single here. Speaking of pro gun activists, QAnon freaks, lowlifes, losers, shit stains. Marjorie Taylor Greene, you little Muppet face mutant freak. She went to some low-end shit-stained rally this weekend and said that she's not vaccinated. I'm not vaccinated, and I dare anybody to try to make me get vaccinated and hold me down. I put out a video saying, Marjorie Taylor Greene, you little worm, you moron. Nobody wants to hold you down, and you're unvaccination. You're unvaccinated. What is it?
Unvaxxable?
You're unvaxxable, Marjorie Taylor Greene. There's nothing that could help you. Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, that J&J, that Derna, that horse dewormer, that Regenitron, nothing can help you. You're unvaxxable, you freak you. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, it's astonishing that an uneducated QAnon freak could make it into the government. Take that, people, that anything is possible. Really be inspired that if a fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene, you know what you are? Like, these are nice Jordans. If I happen to step in dog shit, you're the dog shit at the bottom of my nice Jordans. And that the dog shit that you try to scrape out, the dog shit that you try to pound out, the dog shit that you hose out, and you just don't come off. You're the dog shit at the bottom of a brand new pair of Jordans. And she, two-shot, boom, she tweeted back something at me. Marjorie Taylor Greene tweeted something back about me about, they always say, oh, you're obsessed. I am obsessed with you, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm obsessed that anybody, uneducated QAnon insurrectionist dumb fuck, who has the audacity to mention Jewish space lasers. This is the one with the Jewish.
Oh, right.
Here's my button for my Jewish space lasers. I'm a Jew.
I'm a Jew too.
There's two Jews. Two Jews. This is the special button, because you were right about the Jewish space lasers. They exist. Here's my special button that protects me from freaks like you. You come close to me, I press this button, and the Jewish space lasers, the Jewish space lasers, they'll come down, they'll shoot you. So don't come too close. You fucking whack job, you.
Would you throw your shoes out? I mean, inevitably, you have to throw the shoes out.
But you have to throw them out because the shit.
It's stuck in the crevices.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, when she gets on the bottom of your shoes, the shit stain that she is, it don't come out.
You could hose it down. You could do whatever you want.
Wash it.
You got to get rid of them.
Bleach it. Do whatever you can.
Right.
You scrape it. It don't come out. She infects your brand new pair of Jordans. That's you, Marjorie Taylor Greene, you fucking lowlife. And in the next term, you're probably going to win again because whoever's in your district, I hate to generalize, but people voted for this fucking space laser freak. Be careful, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Be careful. I press this button, and you don't have to be. I could get you with DC wherever. I press this fucking button here.
I need to get me one. You got to get me one.
Oh,
I need to
yeah.
be fucking protected. You think
Oh,
I get
yeah.
one of those?
This is the button because, you know, she's the one who knows about the Jewish space.
Right.
How you found out about them, I don't know. Usually only Jews know about Jewish space lasers.
She's in the Illuminati, so.
Be careful.
What about Sarah Palin? I heard that she's vaccinated
these
too.
people are so dumb. Sarah Palin, you dummy. You
What
fool.
about Sarah Palin, man?
She's unvaccinated, shooting mooses and duck hunting. I don't know what her kids are. Didn't she have I can't even remember. Didn't her daughter? Wasn't her? Was it the whole thing with the Christian daughter? Her daughter got pregnant, teenage pregnancy.
Yeah,
You don't get pregnant from Jewish space lasers.
No.
No, that church wasn't helping her out, huh? What was her daughter's name? Sarah or
I don't fucking know.
Kaylee or whatever her name was. You don't get pregnant. You know, how'd your teenage daughter get pregnant, huh? Them Jewish space lasers didn't get her pregnant.
No.
Anyway, I just wanted to give MJG Marjorie Taylor MTG.
What's her last name?
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Mean Joe Green.
MTG. Meeting, yeah.
Yeah, I got her good.
Yeah, you got her.
Anyway, COVID.
How's we've talked a little bit about traveling, but has traveling been crazy during COVID? I mean, you definitely have to show up because I've seen videos. You have to show up hours before.
Show up
an
early.
hour early.
But this Omnicron.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant is back in the protocols. Russell Westbrook was in the protocols. Games are being rescheduled. They the Cleveland Browns are playing their first and second string quarterback. Omnicron Omnicron. That's that 3 scoops of ice cream.
Well, KD said, he tweeted out, he said, I'm not a role model. He said that.
No shit.
He said, though, I'm not a role model, so you can't look at KD for advice.
No. I'm not even talking about that. So many athletes.
Yeah.
Like 4 teams in the NHL shut down. Like it's
starting to fucking.
You know people that have this Omni?
I don't know about Omni. That's the thing. It's like everyone's getting COVID, but no one's saying I have Omnicron. I don't know what that's about. But my brother and
how do
his
they
wife
differentiate?
have it.
You have the
I don't
Omni,
know.
you have the Mu, you have the Delta. Is COVID-19 like old school? Like, yo, I'm old school. I got that old school.
That's that vintage March 2020 COVID-19.
Right.
Now we're past that. But my brother, his wife have it. They both have it. A friend of mine has.
What about their dog? They got that dog.
I don't think the
The
dog.
dog
has
got
it.
COVID?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, they said dogs get COVID.
I don't think he has it.
You sure the dog don't have COVID?
I don't think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure he has. I don't think he's been tested. I got a test. I'm getting my booster this Wednesday.
I need that booster.
Highly recommend you getting your booster.
I'm getting a booster because I'm going to Denver, January 6th, 7th, and 8th.
We need you juiced up. We need you juiced the fuck up before you're traveling. We're gonna do this before Christmas.
Oh no, I'm trying to get that booster this week.
Oh, we'll probably do it together, man.
How do you get?
I got a CVS appointment. We'll talk about that.
What do you mean?
Well, I got an
You got a
appointment.
hookup?
No, I don't have a hookup. I just went on
How'd you get the
CVS.
appointment?
See, you got to be fucking proactive. Try and get yourself a booster. You didn't do any kind of research. You weren't even gonna get the fucking booster.
I'm
until
getting
I
the
said
fucking.
something.
You crazy?
I said get the booster. You're like, oh, where do I go?
Motherfucker, I'm technically not allowed to get it until the 25th.
You're immunocompromised.
I'm not immunocompromised and none of that shit. Another thing, a thorn in my side, a shit stain on the bottom of my shoe. It's been covered endlessly. It's been discussed endlessly. It ruined my Sunday. I felt like I was literally drunk from, like, I don't know, drinking that brown whiskey, eating bad, waking up after the Jake Paul Tyrone Woodley fight part 2, which was an uneventful fight until Jake Paul punched Tyrone Woodley square in the fucking face and literally knocked him the fuck out cold.
Yeah, he was asleep for a while.
Scary.
Is it fixed? Is it not fixed? The fact that we're
People are
talking
now
about it, I'm like, I have to tell you, I've watched all of them. I've been with you. I've been super into it.
We tried.
I'm like, the fact that we're speaking about them right now, they
so,
win. They win.
Jake Paul
lose.
wins.
He's winning right now. And Tyrone, I have to say,
talk
fuck,
that
man.
shit.
No, it's not even talk that shit. But
Talk
it's like,
that shit.
I've been rooting for this guy.
We rooted for you, Tyrone. I fuck with you.
Knock this fucking YouTuber out. The fact that you're getting your ass beat 2 times in a row.
Well, the first time was a draw.
Whatever. It's fucking pathetic. I mean, it's pathetic. Dude, just go back in your fucking hole. I don't want to see you fight anymore. Put this motherfucker in a
Unfortunately,
boxing match.
since he came out with that song, I'll Beat Your Ass, he hasn't won a fight.
No, he hasn't.
And now Jake Paul's challenging Conor McGregor, who's 150 pounds. He's challenging all these other guys that are, fuck the dumb shit. Now you got to fight a boxer.
Fight a boxer.
Fight a fucking boxer. I'm so sick of this shit. And I would bet, and he wants to be a real fighter. He wants to be taken seriously as a real fighter. Down the pipe here. Jake Paul, you won that fight fair and square. Supposedly. There's no proof, no evidence that it was fixed, that Tyrone Woodley put his hand down, punched you punched him. There's no proof of that. There's also no proof that you're a clean fighter. There's no proof that you're not on PEDs, performing enhancing drugs, and you want people to look at you like a real fighter. Start taking real drug tests. Okay? I need you and your brother, Larry, to start taking real drug tests because it's a sham. And he's making so much money off this kookiness.
Yeah.
You're
taking advantage of dummies like you.
You're spent $59. I was in a car driving
Why would you spend the fucking money? Why? You're a grown man.
I thought about that.
Fucking watching some goofy ass fights. Tyrone Woodley. Fuck Tyrone Woodley. I say fuck him. Honestly, like, he's let so many people down. You lost to a fucking YouTuber. Jake Paul
got knocked out on his face.
Yeah, you look
It couldn't
dumb.
have been any worse. It literally could not have been any worse. A worse way to win. If you fixed it, God bless you.
Right.
If you fixed it, God bless you, because it could not have been any worse. He has to live with that.
And he's like on Instagram posting after the fight, like putting up story, like dude,
it's normal.
Delete your account. Get the fuck off Instagram. Why are you showing your face after that shit? It's embarrassing. I'm 140 pounds. I've never been in a fight in my life, but watching you is fucking pathetic. Watching him was pathetic. That's why I didn't watch the fight. I knew it was going to be some goofy shit like that. You sent me
What
the
were you
fucking
doing at
highlight.
a party? You were at a party, right?
So I was doing anything else.
Well, this is because you got a lot of
was
parties,
watching
like
a
a little
fucking
Hanukkah parties, Christmas parties,
Christmas
holiday
parties. Yeah, I've been doing all that.
Like what?
White elephant, gift exchange.
What's white
I have
elephant?
Friends. I have
What's
people that I
what's a
know
white
outside
elephant?
of you.
What's a white elephant?
It's where you bring a $30 gift, and then everyone draws a number, and you get to pick one of the gifts underneath the Christmas tree, and you could steal a gift from somebody, and it's just a fun.
What'd
little
you
game.
bring?
I brought the coolest gift.
Well, what'd you bring?
I brought a lava lamp. And Daniel, my friend Daniel, was like, he was like, dude, don't bring a lava lamp. That's fucking stupid. I was like, I feel like that's a cool gift. I brought it.
That's a good gift.
3 different girls were like, I want that lava lamp. People were fighting over the lava lamp. They all ended up stealing it. Everyone clapped when I got it. Logan, who was at the
Lolo
party,
Lerman?
Lolo Lerman, he was at the party. He brought incense. Now, everyone, when you would open it, they'd go, oh.
What, some Nag Champa?
Something. He got like a nice incense holder, but everyone would open a gift. And
Incense or an incense holder?
No, both incense and an incense holder. Everyone would kind of, go, ooh, when you'd open the gift. His was the only gift that someone opened, and it was just silence. And he was like holding his head and shit. I mean, it was embarrassed. I was embarrassed for him. They opened up that lava lamp, and I almost got a fucking standing ovation.
Lava lamp is a good gift.
Great fucking
$30
gift.
bucks?
$30. Great gift.
That's a good gift. And when are we gonna do the gift reveal for me? Like,
We're not doing any gift reveal for you.
What do you get for me?
I got nothing for you for the holidays. You'll be lucky if I get you something for your 53rd birthday.
52nd, motherfucker.
Fucking 52nd, 53rd. Let's
52nd,
be real.
motherfucker.
52nd, 53rd. I'm 31. I mean, 31, 32. It's the same shit.
52 is shit.
You're fucking climbing the ladder. You're going to be 53 in April.
No, motherfucker, 52,
Fucking
bitch.
52.
In March. Fuck is you
fucking
talking
March,
about?
Man.
52, I'm going to be March.
When's my birthday?
May 30th.
There you go. You're March 20th.
Yeah, you're getting nothing for
you're
your
getting,
birthday.
You're getting nothing
You're
either.
going to get nothing. I'm going to get you absolutely, positively jack shit.
You'll
For
be
what,
lucky
you
to
gonna
get
be
a phone call
33rd,
from me, brother.
32nd birthday?
32nd.
30, nothing. You're going to get absolutely.
Now, you're going to get me something
I'm
because I
getting you
actually have
nothing.
I have an Amazon wish list. I'm going to send it to you.
Don't send me no wish
I
list.
will definitely send you that.
Motherfucker, I'll block you. However you're going to send it, I will block your ass. Don't send me anything. My 52nd birthday,
I'm not sending you anything. You don't have to tell me that. But hey, you're getting up there, man. But I'm getting up. I can't imagine if I'm having a fucking midlife crisis right now. I'm going, wow, I'm 31. The younger generation. I'm no longer the youth. The Gen Zs. They're taking over.
Fuck them.
No, but it's like
fuck those little shits.
if I'm feeling like this, I can't imagine how you're feeling. You're 52. I'm like having a fucking crisis right now at 31. I'm 31. People should be like, dude, you're 31. Relax. You got so much more time. You're 53.
2, motherfucker.
Fucking 2.
52.
Whatever.
I'm going to be 52. I'm 51 right now.
Okay, but you should start lying about your age, maybe. A lot of women lie about their age. I would trim that off and say you're turning 46. I would say you're turning 44. I would say 44.
Can I pull that off?
I think so.
I don't know.
I think with the new weight, the cashmere. Now, could you wear that cashmere if you were back to your old self? Would you feel weird about being like the fat you with the cashmere?
I wasn't fat.
No, but
I had a fat face. I wasn't fat.
I think
I wasn't fat. I wasn't like actually fat. I wasn't. The fuck are you so? What the fuck is so funny? I wasn't fat, motherfucker.
I just had a fat face. That's great, man. That's all I'm gonna start saying.
I've been collecting my cashmere for years, but this year I just totally stepped it up.
Yeah.
Like during the fall/winter, I wear cashmere every fucking day.
Well, you've been talking about the Row. You're like the Row,
Yup.
and I'm so sick of hearing that fucking brand name.
That's on you.
But I looked it up.
Shit's
I have to
dope.
say, it's not that it's dope. This shit's expensive.
It
I
is
looked up
expensive.
the fucking jacket you got. I mean, you haven't.
Don't worry about
price.
my jacket. I don't
It's
talk
like
prices,
definitely
homie.
a couple G's.
Don't worry about
Like
that.
$3,000-$4,000.
Don't worry about that.
I am worried about it. That's why I looked it up.
No, don't worry about that. I show up. I'm like, boom.
They call you the Flasher too, because it's a long trench coat. You could.
That's just
it's
because
like
motherfuckers don't know about it.
you know, like in Bowfinger, Eddie Murphy. Hey, Laker girls, and then they start laughing. It's not funny. That's kind of like you.
Bowfinger, directed by Steve Martin,
who you are working with,
who I started working with on Only Murderers in the Building, And I got to tell you,
Yeah, tell us about that.
I got to
to
tell you, I got to tell you, I was excited to do the thing, to do it, and I'm going to continue to work with them. But Steve Martin and Martin Short, I'll talk about both of them first because I didn't work with them together. I worked with them separately. Steve Martin comes in the room and you're like, oh shit, that's Steve Martin. He got the hair, he got the nose, he got the glasses and shit. And I was bugging out off of him. He's 76.
God, what?
He's
76?
He's 76. He's moving and grooving.
Wow, I didn't know he was that.
And the way he gets down, his process, Steve Martin's process, and I just did one little thing with him so far.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't just show up like, oh, I'm just going to just wing it. He's so thoughtful and precise and tries things and so inclusive and in the moment but calculated. I was bugging off of Steve Martin.
That is so. The fact that you're working with Steve Martin and Martin Short, two fucking comedy legends.
And my girl Selena Gomez.
And fucking Selena Gomez, who has the most followers on Instagram.
Does she have more than Kim Kardashian?
Absolutely, like by 100 million. She's got like 250 fucking million followers.
Well,
you need to get on there, man.
I didn't tell her. I didn't want to freak her out.
just
I gotta wait.
Get your feet wet. Start making some
because
friends.
I was thinking, like, we were sitting there and like she's sitting right across from me. I'm thinking to myself, can I ask her?
No,
like,
it's too early.
Is she gonna be like, what the fuck? I mean,
Yeah.
I know she, like we're working together, like we're peers now, but I just like, can I get like?
What if you did that and then a week later your agent calls like you're
they don't
off
want
the
you
show.
back and they recast you.
They recast you're off the show now.
Like, not only do they not want you back, they went out of their way and they spent their money to recast you, reshoot the whole day.
Oh, I thought that they got your scene, but they're gonna throw in a person and just pretend like it's not another actor.
Whatever it is. No, that's why I didn't say to her, yo, Selena, I'm trying to get some of them followers.
I don't blame you though.
I'm trying to get down with like whatever. I don't know what kind of magic fucking lotion you got on there, but I need some of them followers. You got 300 million.
It's fucking insane.
Like,
That's
she
insane.
puts you in a selfie or like a video. We're in a different ball game.
Right.
But they were both dope, and I'm looking forward to doing more of it. And
you need to watch The Jerk again. I know you've seen The Jerk, but like,
yes.
you need to fucking rewatch that.
I want to rewatch Bowfinger.
Bowfinger is so fucking
He wrote
funny.
and directed that shit.
Yo, Bowfinger is a slept-on comedy.
Yeah.
That's a very underrated film.
Eddie Murphy should have got nominated for that.
If that came out today, I feel like he would have gotten. I mean, he was so fucking good in that.
Really fucking good. Speaking of really good,
Yeah.
boom. What have you seen? What are you watching?
I
what do you want to see? Have you been to the movies?
I have.
Have you watched Murder Docs? What do you got? What are you watching? What's new? Because it's Academy Award time.
I've seen a lot of films. I have been going to the movies. Everyone's fucking seeing Spider-Man. I haven't seen Spider-Man, but the movies are.
Do you want to see Spider-Man?
I had no interest, but I mean,
How
been
could it
hearing
be any better than any of the last
fucking
ones?
amazing. I keep hearing
Isn't it
it's
the
incredible.
same storyline, but they just recast the guy every time?
I think Tobey Maguire's in it. Andrew, I think they're all like it's like a throwback to all the old villains and shit. They're all in it.
But
I
thought
know.
Tobey Maguire was Spider-Man.
He was, but he's in this one
as a
It's like-
villain.
no, I don't know. He's just in it. So,
As a
like,
Spider-Man?
maybe. I don't fucking know. I'm not
I
a
don't
big Marvel
give a fuck.
dude.
But go ahead.
But anyway, I've seen.
I don't understand because every time a Spider-Man comes out,
Yeah.
single, every time a Spider-Man movie comes out, people are like, it's so good, and I'm like, they just put a new what? How are they different? Is it a new villain? Is it a new outfit? Is he shoot different webs?
It's a new villain, I think. I think it's a new villain. But this one has like 3 villains in one.
And
I
like
don't
$200 million in one day.
$300+ million. Meanwhile, West Side Story made like $10 million fucking.
Nobody
over
even
the
knows
weekend.
that West Side
No-
Story came out.
No one even
Steven
knows.
Spielberg directed West Side Story. It made $10 million.
Which it flopped. I saw an indie flick called Red Rocket, starring Simon Rex. That was really good.
Tell people you act like
I'm
people
not-
know who
he was
Simon
like,
Rex
he played
is.
a porn star. He was in the scary movies. Like
He was an
he's-
MTV VJ.
He was an MTV
I know
VJ.
Simon. He's a good guy.
Yeah, it was a really good movie.
He's had a crazy
interesting career. He like was a rapper called Dirt Nasty. He had like a career as a rapper that people like fucked with. Dirt Nasty. Anyway, this is a really good movie. I recommend seeing Red Rocket. But
what is it about?
It's like about this porn star in fucking Texas City who's like
Is he freak? Do you see him freak off in the movie?
he's naked. I don't know if there's a prosthetic. I don't know if this is it has to be. Maybe not. Fucking dude's dick is gigantic. The fact that I'm saying that right now, but it's like they show it multiple times, and it's like it's on that Dirk Diggler shit. Like it's fucking dragging to the ground. I don't know if he was just like, I'm down to do the movie because I get to show off my fucking package, or they put a prosthetic dick on that dude. But it made me uncomfortable. It did, and I saw it with Logan and his girlfriend, and I was kind of feeling for him, like, shit, man, your girlfriend's looking at it. Was a good movie, dick aside. But I did watch a murder doc that I recommend. Next, we'll segue into that. But I watched a murder doc. It was on the cover of Hulu.
My man was slinging dick.
For real, like they have him running naked in the street, and then they would like zoom down to the. It's a good movie. It's actually a good movie. But I saw this murder doc. It was on the cover of Hulu, and I thought, fuck it, I'll check this out. It's called Dead Asleep. Okay, it's about a guy, mid-20s, who was convicted of a murder in Florida, and he blamed the murder on himself because he was sleepwalking. He was like, I was sleepwalking. I stabbed her 25 times.
Jesus.
He called the police after it happened, was like, you got to come to my house. I stabbed this girl 25 times. He didn't say I was sleepwalking, but they end up interviewing him, and he's, this girl was like a sister to him. They had the psychiatrist like deep dive into his past, and there was nothing that made sense. And I won't give away the ending. Definitely see.
What's it called?
It's called Dead Asleep, and they blame it on sleepwalking. That was his defense.
Is it new?
Brand new, was on the cover of Hulu. And I started thinking about this because, when I was a kid, I had a sleepwalking problem. Like, I actually had to get hypnotized to stop sleepwalking.
And
because,
what do you mean? Like, what would happen?
Like, I was on that Donnie Darko shit where I was, no, for real. I was, this is a true story. One time, I was 14 years old. I slept-walked. I went downstairs. I opened my front door. I walked outside, and I went 3 blocks around the corner from my house. Not just up the street. I went around the corner from my house. I woke up in the middle. I woke up 3 in the morning in the middle of the street. And I just started.
Were you standing?
I was standing in the middle of the street. Imagine yourself, you're dreaming, you're whatever you're doing, and you just wake up in the middle of the street. I didn't know where I was. I started screaming. I ran as fast as I could. It was pitch black, terrifying. I went home. I was banging on the fucking door. My mom thought there was a burglar or somebody coming to rob the place. She came in. Who is that? Who is that? I was banging on it, and I just said, it's Dean.
I wouldn't have let you in. I would have been
She
like,
opened the door.
My son has been taken over by an evil spirit.
It was on that evil.
Fuck you.
It was
Stay
on
the
some.
fuck outside. You ain't coming in.
She was a good mother, and she let me in, and we were going to South Africa a couple weeks later, and we were staying in these kind of fucking huts where
Tents.
where
Outdoor tents.
Yeah, like we were doing a safari and lions are around and shit. So she was very concerned where I had to get hypnotized to go before the trip because she was nervous that I was gonna walk out of the fucking tent and get eaten by a lion. So she put locks on the fucking door. It was a whole thing.
Let me tell you something, because sometimes when we're on the road, we share a hotel room. I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna hypnotize you. If you try any goofy shit when we're in a hotel room,
what do you mean
try
goofy shit?
I don't know, fight me, stab me.
See, I didn't do that though.
I'm going to fight back. I'm going to fuck you up.
They say never wake up a sleepwalker, man.
I'm going to wake you up.
No, they did say they don't do that. You saw Step Brothers, right?
When was the last time you sleepwalk?
It's been a long time, but I was
because I don't play that shit.
I didn't murder anybody when I was asleep. I mean, what the fuck, man?
I'm just
that sleepwalking defense is bullshit.
And what was the other one you were saying that you were watching? Ken and Barbie?
There's some documentary. It's also fucked up, but it's on Discovery Plus. I have Discovery Plus because I'm a huge My 600-Pound Life and 1,000-Pound Sister fan.
Break it down. Break down why.
What? 600-Pound Life?
Both. My 600-Pound Life and 1,000-Pound Sister.
You know what? I've realized. I think the reason that I really love 600-Pound Life is because it makes me feel better about myself. Like, I'm talking about dieting, all this shit, right? And I'm like, I need to lose some weight in my fucking neck. But then I put this fucking thing on.
Holy
and
shit.
people are getting hosed down. Literally, they're like, they can't fit in the shower. It's sad, but
it's sad.
They do it to themselves at the same time. Like,
it's a sickness.
It's a sickness. The thing is, I really relate to a lot of these people because they're eating for comfort food and shit. But
they
for
just
some
take
reason,
it way too far, and genetically, it has to be something.
And it's fucked because.
And they start young. This is not just like
they start young.
You couldn't get on that 600-pound life.
There's no way. No, yeah, obviously. I mean, Why, you think I could?
No, I'm saying you have to start young.
You have to start young. You're predisposed to that gene, whatever it is. But they eat comfort. They eat shit as comfort food, and I'm like, I do the same thing.
And they're rude motherfuckers.
That's the other thing.
They're mean
not fucking
fuckers.
grateful.
They're like, get me the pizza. Get me the hamburger helper. Give me the Reese's Pieces. Get me the licorice.
What's up with
Get me
that?
the Coke. They're nasty.
They're
fucks.
really mean, and while their friends are scrubbing out their folds and hosing them
and
down.
they're
It's fucked
mean.
up.
They're not like grateful for the people around them.
No, they're definitely not.
What is the 1,000-pound sister?
Oh, that's great. There's two sisters, Tammy and Amy Slayton, the Slayton sisters. It's so fucking good. I'm serious.
I know,
it's on
people
season
love it.
3.
People
it's,
love
it's
it.
fucking great.
And they
They're
always
funny.
date guys.
They date
Skinny
guys.
black dudes.
They date skinny black dudes, and I think they're called feeders. They're guys who have a fetish for fat women, and they want to see them keep getting fat. They want them to stay fat.
So they're sick too.
So they're kind of fucked up.
No, they're sick. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sick fucking people in the world. And some people might say, oh, Mike Rapp, you're sick. I ain't as sick as some of the sick fucks in the world. Watch TV. Go out to the store. Go to a 7-Eleven. Go to a Target. Go to a Walmart. Drive around. There's sick fucks out there. Call some of your cousins. There's sick fucks in your family. Dysfunction. Deep dysfunction. It's all I know.
Right.
Two shot.
But when I watch 600-Pound Life and 1,000-Pound Sisters, I make it a habit of like, I go to the market and I get a pint of ice cream
While you're watching
I'm watching it, and I'll finish. I time it too. I actually time it, this is fun. Now, a normal person will have a couple bites of their Ben & Jerry's ice cream out of the pint, and then they'll put it back in the freezer.
I've never done that.
How? I am like, it fucking baffles me.
Never.
How do you take a few bites, put it back in your
Nope.
freezer, and then
Come
you
back
have it
to
a
it
week
2 days later?
Like,
Never.
What? Never.
Nope.
But I don't even do it like, I
Nah.
don't space it out for hours. I don't do like hourly,
Me
whatever.
neither.
I have that shit in there, and I've timed it because I'm watching the show. I'll devour that pint of ice cream within 10 minutes. Literally within 10 minutes.
I know.
And it's deceiving because I'm like a skinny guy, but I watch it and I think like I'm feeling their pain, and I'm eating fast too. I'm like, it's like I'm sick. I have a problem too, I think. Like I thought about, like, I think I might have an eating problem. Like I'm eating too much. Like I'm addicted to sugar. It's like a drug. Like I'm addicted to sugar.
It's
like
they say it's the worst drug.
I leave my house at 2 a.m. Like I'll do so well
Why
all
don't
day.
you just, if you know, you see that?
I don't have the willpower, man.
And you leave at 2 a.m. and it's like dark out.
It's fucked. It's like I'll have a salad for lunch. I'll do good for dinner, and then I crack. It'll be like midnight, 2 a.m. I'm like, I'm in the fucking car. Sometimes it's raining, and it's like,
and you're not
I
fully
got like a
dressed.
dark
You're like,
song.
you're
Yeah,
like sweatpants.
it's
no,
fucked
it's
up.
like flip flops on.
You know how fucked up this is? I used to get ice cream all the fucking time. I'm glad I moved because I went to a CVS that was in my old location where I lived. I used to get ice cream there regularly. I would get a pint of ice cream. It started getting to a point where I would go there about 2 a.m. and the same fucking clerk was there. And he would go, I'd always walk in there and I'd have the ice cream, and he'd go, ice cream time, huh? That killed me. It killed me. The
It's
fact
like some
that
cheer
he
shit.
knew me. It was
Like they knew you. Like you knew
it
your
was some
drink.
cheers. It was like he knew the drink. He knew me. He said ice cream time. And then the other time, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what this is. The other day I was driving and I had a fruit roll up because fruit roll ups are so fucking good. I have a palate of a 6-year-old. I'm not ashamed to say that, but at the same time I am. Like it's not something you put in your dating profile on Tinder. Like
No.
I eat fruit roll ups. I eat.
Don't
they're
put-
so
yeah, I eat
they're
fruit roll-ups.
so fucking good, man. They're so good. And I got one.
You
and I
used to, when my kids were young. And
I
you'd come over,
understand.
you eat my kids' snack food when they were babies. They don't eat.
I don't remember.
They don't
that.
eat fruit roll-ups anymore. Yet you're still eating
I don't
fruit
remember
roll-ups.
that.
I do.
I don't see a problem with Lunchables. I don't see a problem with any of this
You're
stuff.
31.
I'm not doing it anymore. It's just on a special occasion, I'll have a fruit roll-up. This was one of those occasions. I was driving, and you kind of have to rip them with your teeth.
I haven't had a fruit roll-up in I don't know how many years.
Well, you have to rip them with your teeth, and I'm at a red light, and there's like one of these fucking garbage trucks next to me, and he saw me like eating this fruit roll-up, and I guess I was like ripping it, like I was trying to rip the thing, and I turned to him, and I looked to my left, and this fucking dude in the passenger seat, like some garbage dude, starts mocking me, and he's going, and he's like coughing, and he's like, is that good? Is that good? And I was like I felt like like he really shamed me, and I've been like thinking about it. Like I had a dream about it the other night.
About that guy?
Yeah, like it really fucked my head up. Like he was like making fun of my eating habits.
All right.
Anyway, man, we'll save this for therapy and all that. But
Yeah, save that shit for
okay.
therapy. And the
I just thought I
dreams.
could bring it up to you. Just
Excuse me.
support
All right,
system.
we're done.
We are.
Came, saw, yeah, done. It's an hour. Came, saw, disrupted. If you're traveling, go to the airport earlier than you normally go. Trust me. Mask up, Omnicron, Delta, the Spider-Man, the X Games, the X-Man variants. They're all out there. I don't want to hear it. Boosters, double boosters, flu shots, colonoscopies. Get it all. Miles Jordan, a.k.a. the Bleach Brothers, a.k.a. the Dust Brothers. Take me out of here with something real nice, yes. Take me out of here with something real proper, okay. But most importantly, end this I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast with something real loud and real funky. See, I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast.